TuringQ secretly delivers first quantum computers to Chinese military. Chinese company TuringQ delivered its first quantum computers to the Chinese military's Cyberspace Force in recent weeks, prompting more than a little concern at the Defense Intelligence Agency in Washington. TuringQ secretly delivers first quantum computers to Chinese military. Chinese company TuringQ delivered its first quantum computers to the Chinese military's Cyberspace Force in recent weeks, prompting more than a little concern at the Defense Intelligence Agency in Washington. Chinese company TuringQ, headed by Professor Jin Xianmin, quietly handed over several photonic systems to the Cyberspace Force of the People's Liberation Army, PLA, at the end of August. Based in Shenzhen, at the heart of China's technology hub, TuringQ exemplifies the gray area where civilian innovation naturally shifts towards military applications. Officially, the company offers cloud platforms, quantum solvers, and financial simulators. According to our sources, some of these technologies have crossed the wall of secrecy to join the Chinese military's cyber units. Contacted by Intelligence Online, a former manager at a Hong Kong-based cybersecurity company confirmed that several racks of photonic processors have been installed in a classified PLA facility on the outskirts of Beijing. No official confirmation has been given, but corroborating evidence is unsettling Western allies. In 2015, the PLA created the Strategic Support Force, SSF, which grouped China's electronic warfare, cyber espionage, and information warfare capabilities. President Xi Jinping dissolved the SSF in April 2024, replacing it with 3 specialized branches. Among these, the Cyberspace Force took over all offensive and defensive roles in the digital domain. The new force is commanded by Lieutenant General Zhang Minghua, with Lieutenant General Han Xiaodong as political commissar. Its creation is part of a drive to streamline China's military structure and give the space, cyber, and information warfare domains each a degree of autonomy and a direct chain of command with the Supreme Central Military Commission. The units that currently make up the Cyberspace Force were previously identified as the architects of several spectacular digital offensives. They are suspected of orchestrating intrusions into Microsoft Exchange servers in 2020, compromising tens of thousands of businesses and administrations around the world. They allegedly infiltrated networks linked to Japanese defense in 2021, harvesting sensitive data on anti-missile systems. They have been implicated in operations against telecommunications providers in Southeast Asia more recently in order to map the region's critical networks. The integration of quantum computers into the system makes for a greatly expanded arsenal. The machines will make it possible to test advanced cryptanalysis capabilities in real-world conditions, to accelerate the decryption of intercepted data, and to create in-depth simulations of complex Western networks, including electrical infrastructure, communication satellites, or air defense systems. The development has rung alarm bells among experts in the United States, especially in the Defense Intelligence Agency. If the new Chinese computers become powerful enough, the encryption methods that currently protect military, diplomatic, and banking communications will no longer hold. In short, what is currently considered inviolable will be able to be decrypted. While not immediate, the danger is very real. The PLA can already intercept sensitive data and store it for decryption once its machines have reached sufficient maturity. At the same time, it can secure its own communications using next-generation quantum systems that are impossible to intercept using conventional means. A European cybersecurity official summed up the threat as follows: if China were to combine its new quantum computers with its existing communications network between Beijing and Shanghai, its protection would be nearly impossible to breach. In Washington, tensions are palpable. According to a U.S. source close to the matter interviewed by Intelligence Online, the National Security Council has held several closed-door meetings to assess the scope of the quantum deliveries since early September. The Pentagon is already accelerating the migration to post-quantum cryptography algorithms, but the transition will take at least a decade. A French expert interviewed by Intelligence Online warned the danger is not that Beijing will break the internet tomorrow, but that it has a strategic advantage in military intelligence. In the information war, whoever reads the enemy's communications first has a decisive advantage.